Beautiful Monomoy Island off the Cape's elbow is home to an estimated 15,000 seals. Once near extinction, seals are now repopulating in huge numbers and have become a feeding ground for the majestic creatures known as lions of the sea.
Look at the bite mark. See it? On that big one laying in the surf? Oh, that's what that is. That's the bite of a white shark right there.
All this month, a team of scientists called Ocearch have been trying to capture and tag the dorsal fins of great white sharks. This tells them where the sharks go and how far they travel.
The shark sticks its fin out of the water. It beams its location through a satellite into our lab, and here I am right now.
It's a way to determine if sharks are swimming too close to surfers or swimmers.
Somebody was bitten last year off Truro. So the more data we have on the movements of this animal, where it is, when it's in the Cape Cod region, as well as other parts of the U.S., the better equipped the beach managers will be in the Cape Cod area.
On the day we went out with Ocearch, we spent 12 long, hot hours with the team, watching them churn out the chum and scan the waves for a single dorsal fin, which I can tell you is monotonous and tiring. And even more disappointing, not a single great white was hooked on our trip.
We've seen 10 sharks, so there's no shortage of sharks.
Yeah.
These sharks are super finicky. It's the most difficult expedition we've had in really getting the white sharks interested in what we got in the water for them.
Here in New England?
Right here in Cape Cod, yeah. It's never been as difficult as here.
Last summer, the team did manage to tag 2 females off the coast of Cape Cod, including the 16-footer they named Mary Lee. Once caught, they cover her head and put a water hose into her mouth, keeping her alive. Researchers have only 15 minutes to take an ultrasound, draw blood, and attach the tags that will relay information about their living habits.
We get when they arrive, when they leave, where they spend their time, their sense of residency, and if they like various areas more than others.
Learning more about sharks is the primary focus of Ocearch, a nonprofit organization that tracks the animals all over the world, posting the information on their website so the public can follow these sharks' whereabouts too. Another of their top priorities is protection of the animals, which are hunted and killed to make soup in other parts of the world.
200,000 sharks will be finned today, and 200,000 tomorrow. Are we really going to trade the future of the ocean for a bowl of soup?
Meanwhile, without sharks, seals could overpopulate. And since seals eat fish, that would leave a depleted supply for commercial fishermen.
It is the top of the food chain. It is the apex predator. It is the great balance keeper. And if we lose the balance keeper of our oceans, we will lose the ocean.
As more great white sharks travel into New England waters, the need to understand their living and traveling habits grows.
Gail Huff is here. Well, Gail, I have to say, I was really jealous that you got this assignment.
It was a nice assignment in the sense of being able to go out, spend the day, learn so much, but it was so disappointing, so frustrating. And this is now, today they were out again, day 13. So we're on day 13 still, not a single one.
And you didn't even see any fins? Nothing?
No, nothing. Huh. Absolutely nothing. And they spend, I mean, the most monotonous thing is spending hour after hour after hour in that hot sun, just watching the waves, waiting for a fin, and you start to get seasick and crazy. Yeah. But they do it, and they did it last year too. As you saw, they caught 2 last year, so they are hopeful.
That was really dramatic, that stuff they do when they pull. So they actually get it on a hook. Is that right?
It's a specially made hook that goes inside the mouth and catches inside so that it doesn't damage the shark's mouth. And that's really important. This is all about research and education. They certainly don't want anything to happen to the shark in a negative way or to kill the shark. But it makes it very difficult because that hook has to go in the mouth just right in order for them to be able to actually pull that shark onto that stack, the staffing there, and then do the medical work that they do.
So, like the one that they got last year, have they been able to track that one?
Oh, they've been tracking it all over. Yeah. They've tracked it all the way down south, all the way up to Newfoundland. Yeah, they've been tracking that one all over the place. And it's really interesting. You can go to their website and you can actually watch where the shark has been going. But the practicality here is being able to determine when these sharks are getting too close to the shore. And, you know, I looked up, we have on average about 100 shark attacks a year in the world on humans. Just yesterday, a woman off the coast of Hawaii, her entire arm was taken off by a shark. I mean, this is a really serious problem. Not so much for us here in New England, thank goodness, because this is a new phenomenon for us, having these great white sharks in our waters. But learning where they are and learning, you know, what their living habits are and how they're moving is very important for safety.
So what else have they determined? I mean, do they know how many come up and how long they stay?
They don't yet. One of the things that they're really looking at is the gestation and the mating period for these sharks. First of all, it's a year and a half.
Wow. We think we have it bad.
Yeah, a year and a half. I thought, oh my goodness.
And they have like 2 pups at a time or something?
They can have anywhere from 1 to 6.
Oh.
Usually not more than a couple. And survival. I mean, it does not stay with the mother. The minute that shark is born, it swims off because, you know, in the wild, she'll eat her own.
And I read it takes 20 years before they usually start breeding?
You know, it's interesting. They thought these sharks only lived to be about 25, 30 years old. But now with more research, they're saying these sharks are living to be 65, 70 years old. So these sharks are a lot older and living a lot longer than they thought.
A mother shark would eat her own?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Mother Nature.
Oh, my gosh. All right, Gail Huff, that was great. Really fascinating. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, well, you can follow the movements of the sharks already tagged by the Ocearch team online. We posted a link to their shark tracker on our website, WGBHnews.org. And that does it for Greater Boston. Tomorrow night at Beat the Press, we take a look at this controversial NPR investigative report.
Today, we begin an investigation that uncovers a disturbing pattern of how one state places Indian children in foster care.
And then we look at why NPR's ombudsman condemned the story. That's tomorrow on Beat the Press. I'm Emily Rooney. Thanks for watching.